Okay, we're back. The 4th of winter. Yay. Not sure why I'm keeping my relationship up with the wife. I've already gotten her star drop, you know, and George only ever gives you fucking stone. And these animals, I'm kind of tempted to sell them now. I think I have enough milk to do all of the crafting recipes. I think I have enough eggs to do all the crafting recipes for next year. I don't think I actually need any more of them. So I'm kind of tempted, maybe after this recording, to just sell them all. Because they're not going to do me any good anymore. And besides, I kind of have a thing I want to do with sheds. Sheds actually can't hold as much space as either the coop or the barn, sadly. Barns actually hold the most space. Sheds were made for role-playing purposes. And as you can see, I'm just looking for forageables right now. Yeah, they were made for role-playing purposes, to find a place to throw all your chests or all of your industry. And here I love to buy stuff from Krobus. I love to buy his mixed seeds once a week. I love to see if he has any recipes, items I want to buy. Like, not recipes, but like he might sell Lucky Lunches, and I want to buy those. You know, he always has like 1 or 2 cooked items every day. Not 2 cooked items every day. He always has a cooked item every day. There's a couple things I buy from him. Usually bat wings I buy from him. Sometimes solar essences. Not always, but sometimes I do. I've bought a lot of, actually, useless crap from him. But bat wings are good, because if I don't want to farm for them and want to have enough in reserve in order to facilitate making lightning rods, there you go. Bone flute, don't care, throw it away. Clear the quarry every day in hopes that artifacts will spawn, because I still need the pelvic bone. And that's going to be the limiting factor for completing the museum. And winter is the absolute best time to try and find artifacts, because there is far more places artifacts can spawn in winter than in any other place. But the pelvic bone will not spawn on your farm. It only has a few places it can spawn. I think the forest and the mountain and the train station, and that's fucking it, I think. So that's it. Also, this is a really good day to make winter seeds. I forage all the time because I'm looking for the forageable items for winter. And you can forage and create items up through the 22nd. It takes 6 days to grow those seeds without deluxe speed grow and the profession that makes things grow faster. So actually I think they take 7 days, but I think right now my character has the profession and makes them grow quicker, so there's 6 days. But you can respec that in the beta of the multiplayer. And so because you can do that, I'm tempted to use a mod to respec my things, because I actually do want to respec. Oh, there you go, the stump brazier. Right here, am trying to buy all of the recipes from Robin. And you can't get one brazier without the other brazier, without the other brazier, without the other brazier. And you have to make one after you buy it before she'll sell you the next one. There's like 6 braziers she fucking sells. So there are 94 craftable recipes, and you actually have to upgrade your house to the basement in order to get the last craftable, which is, as you'd guess, a cask to age things. So that's a thing. I don't really care about these things, like I said, so I might sell these animals. I don't think anyone would care if I sold them or not. And of course I always look for things that Gypsy sells, because she might sell something I want to buy. Maybe she won't. Dwarf Scroll 3. Gee, thanks, game. You know, I need the pelvic bone. And I'm not finding any really good forageables around this area, and I'm not finding any decent artifact locations. And I don't need to fish, because I've actually caught everything. The only star drop I'm missing, let's see what Krobus has to offer. Iridium Sprinkler. Of course I'm going to buy that. Again, every week you buy one from him on Friday. That's what you do. As soon as you unlock it, 60 items in the museum, get the key, buy his sprinklers. Do it fast, because those sprinklers, while they cost you 10k, are well worth it. They're well worth the investment. 24 crops you don't have to water will make a fortune for you and save you a ton of energy. Here, look, there you go. There's the brazier. I gotta make that brazier now. 10 a.m. Oh, found some clay. Lovely. So there you go. Go brazier, get the items, craft the bitch, and then go back to her and get the next craftable. Everything up until marble brazier is everything she sells you, but you can only make them after you craft the previous one, which really is fucking stupid. You really should just be able to buy them all from her right off the bat. But nope, nope. You have to craft, go back, craft. Now, if I was a smart man, which I wasn't, I would just have some gold, hardwood, something else on me all the time in order to make all of them. Or I would just go to the wiki, find out what I need for all these bridges, have it all with me, buy craft, buy craft, buy craft. I just didn't feel like it, so I decided to do it the long way, because normally if you don't want to consult the wiki, this is what you have to do. And there's the marble brazier, which I think is the last brazier she asks you to make. And you have to have a piece of marble for that, and that's hard to do. You could duplicate marble in the crystallarium, which you normally couldn't do before the last update, before the multiplayer update. You know, before the multiplayer you had like 1.2. Before 1.2 you had 1.1. There you could not actually duplicate marble in the crystallarium. I think I've crafted everything other than the hardwood expansion. So there you go, 100,000, buying the house upgrade. I have to have the house upgrade before I get the recipe to craft the casks to age things in. And that is the 94th recipe. You might say, but Zen, you have 96 recipes. Yes, cobalt sprinklers and cobalt bars. I've already crafted them. That's a thing, you know. Here, I was actually looking up the wiki on things. And my computer was actually freezing, so I had to close some programs. So it's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. And then people now are going to pause and rewind and be like, ooh, what'd you do? You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, you know, personal life gets in the way. But yeah, I have everything crafted except the cask, okay? And there are 94 recipes, 96 with the mod. I've crafted all but one of them, the cask. So once I get the cask, I'll be able to get the achievement, craft everything. And you could do that in the first year. Yes, you can. Everything I've done here is legit, except the seeds, except the whole packet of rare seeds. Yes, I cheated and gave myself like 35 or 45 rare seeds or whatever. But that's fine. I mean, really, I was just doing an experiment, and I haven't actually done anything with them yet. However, if you've done artichokes in fall, and you've unlocked the greenhouse by the end of summer, which is actually easy, or by the 4th day of fall, which you can do with the fall forageables, you unlock that, you get all of that, the fall crops, sorry. You do all that, you unlock that by the first week in fall, and then you get the greenhouse. And then you can just save the cabbage that you've been saving, and then duplicate it into 3 seeds, and then do that. You can actually get you can get the community center done really easy in fall, and the greenhouse in fall. And then you can use the greenhouse to use your rare seeds. And then most of the month with deluxe speed grow, you probably can get them done. Even if it takes you the first week to get the greenhouse, you can still get your first batch of rare seeds grown by the end of fall. And then you can duplicate those into more seeds. Do some save scumming if you don't get about 2 to 2.5 worth. But you just reset the day. And then you grow them during winter. And then by the end of winter, no, I did this legit. I honestly did this legit, and I actually had about 165 to 170 rare seeds. So the rare seeds that I have right now represent the amount of rare seeds you can actually have by the end of winter, which is why I grew them in winter right now, but I promise you I'm not going to do anything with them until the end of spring next year. It represents your potential. I'm just doing it out of order. And then I realized, oh right, it's Saturday, but she should be there. But Robin's not there because she's upgrading my house for 4 days. So it takes her 4 days to build your cellar. So I'm like, why isn't she here? Oh, right. So then I'm looking for forageables. I'm actually looking for crystal fruit because crystal fruit's the limiting factor. You can get winter roots, snow yams, crocus, and holly pretty quick, but you can't get a lot of crystal fruits. You can actually farm crystal fruits in the mines, but it's rare to drop. However, it does drop, but it's rare. Tuesday, I actually want to do something in spring of next year. I want to do a cactus jelly farm with the artisan profession to sell better jelly. Because right now I have crops grow faster. But if I respec, which you can do in 1.3, so it's not cheating. Just spend $10,000 with a statue in the desert and you can respec. And then you respec and give yourself Artisan. Artisan goods are worth more. Cactus jelly is worth $280. And cactus fruit to buy every Tuesday is worth $150. That's 120 turnaround, and it only takes 2.5 days to make cactus fruit into cactus jelly. It takes 7 days to turn it into cactus fruit wine, which isn't profitable enough, considering you can make jelly so much quicker, over 2 times quicker. So I'm going to do that in spring. So I'm going to have her craft me some sheds. sheds because of roleplay. Even though really, you really should have her craft barns, because barns just hold a lot more than sheds do. But I want to do sheds because sheds were added for that specific reason. And here I am eating some cactus fruit because I bought those from her. I actually bought like 150 cactus fruits from her. Spent a ton of money. Cactus fruits are almost on par with salads. Salads are Cactus fruits are 2 gold pieces per energy restored. Salads are 1.93 or 2 gold per 1 energy restored, so they're slightly more efficient than cactus fruit. But cactus fruit can be turned into jelly, so I like that better. And you have to eat twice as many cactus fruit, of course. They're really on par. Salad and cactus fruit are on par, but you can only get cactus fruit 1 day a week. However, I would prefer to buy that. I just would. Because you don't always need all of the health and energy that salad gives you back. So with cactus fruit, with the 0.08 less, it gives you that much more flexibility and not eating 1 extra cactus fruit if you don't need that health or energy. So in turn, you actually can make out more like a bandit with cactus fruit, just by not having to eat as much. Even though you have to eat twice as many generally, but you don't always have to eat twice as many. It's a little bit confusing, but because they're so close, I think the cactus fruit's versatility is worth more. But you could argue that efficiency-wise, salads are better. Yeah, but I don't. 150 for a cactus fruit for 75 energy, or $220 for a salad at 113 energy. I did the math, and they're very, very close to each other, obviously. But anyway, I did get a piece of iridium from the mine, from the Skull Cavern. A good luck day, gotta go to Skull Cavern. I was hoping for a rainbow shard, but I didn't get one. Because those are always fun, legitimately, all this good stuff that I have is quite legitimate. The foraging, though, is kind of a weird prospect. But I don't have to do... Okay, this is a different line of thought. As I looked at that, I don't have to do any more quests for any more people. I've done 40, got the achievement, and I'm cheating. I have the mod on with no friendship decay. But come the fuck on. Is friendship decay really worth it in the game? No. Anyway, I got plum pudding, so I have to get plums. And he's like, by the way, I have new seeds coming up next year, and don't buy it from Jojo Mart. But Jojo Mart's gone. I already had the community center built. So that cutscene is stupid. It really should have been reworked if you have the community center done by his time. But it wasn't, because the person didn't think you'd ever get community center done by winter day 3 or earlier. So, yeah. Here you go. Here's where you get crystal fruits. That's my limiting factor. I'm still going to craft seeds. I'm still going to plant. Up through the 20th. Up to the 20th of winter, you can continuously recycle all of your things. I have sunflower seeds I can just turn into oil. It takes like 4 days to turn a sunflower seed into oil. That's still cheaper than buying oil from Pierre if you want to cook with it. But still, it takes a long time to get the oil. But in the game's defense, you don't actually need a whole lot of oil to cook with. And here I'm just making the pets happy. Get them to maximum happiness and then fucking sell them. Really. I mean, are you guys going to complain if I sell these fucking animals? I'm not. These animals don't mean anything. Look how big this barn is. This barn is tons bigger than a shed. I can fit a shit ton more in that. So I think I will. And I'm going to make a cactus jelly farm. I'm going to just buy cactus fruit from fucking Sandy every Tuesday. I'm just going to max out. First I have to have the sheds built. First I have to have all the casks built, which only take coal, wood, and stone. And I have tons of that. And you can always buy wood from Robin pretty cheap. There's crystal fruit right there. That's my limiting factor. And I have a chance of harvesting 2 per harvest with my abilities. So, yeah. Every day, circle about. Try to find all the foragings in winter. If you find what you need, then in fact you can make more seeds. And I don't really need to buy anything. I was tempted to buy the bat wings from him today, but I didn't. There's clay, nautilus shells. I just want to keep a few because I've already sold one. I've already got the achievement, sell everything. And that's a thing. Sell everything achievement. The only achievements that are really hard, you cannot cook everything year 1. Every other achievement's possible year 1. pending the artifacts. And it bugs me that I don't have all the artifacts, but, you know, I always wonder about all of these refugees things, rubble things right there behind the Dojo Mart respawning. It was because I didn't actually kill things behind the fence. So I killed everything behind the fence, and then they should never respawn now, because I've killed all of the debris. All of the wood, all of the stone. Winter roots! Yay! Got all that good stuff. Winter roots, snow yams. There's a snow yam. Again, you can get snow yams and winter roots without actually the artifact locations. But on a bad luck day, they take up more of the artifact spots than what you need on a good luck day. So some people say don't harvest the artifacts until a good luck day. But you have to make sure it's not Saturday, because on Sunday everything resets anyway. Okay, so there you go. I've made more seeds, and I don't even know why I water all that, because, you know, 6 of those went to waste, but whatever. I bought a iridium sprinkler from Krobus. I already have a few iridium sprinklers. So hate me if you want for the seeds thing, but everything else is legit in this run through, and I really feel that I'm doing a very, very good job. You know, winter, 250,000, not bad. And the reason I'm getting all this wood, cutting down all these trees, is because I know the project I want to do. I want to do the cactus fruit project. It's not as profitable as just a shit ton of star fruits in summer, but you can start the cactus fruit project any time of year, and you can only do star fruits in summer. Greenhouse notwithstanding, and greenhouse only gives you 116 twice a season. Cactus fruit can be done year round, and you don't need crops for it. You just need to load up from Sandy's shop, and you have to have a huge industry already built of making jelly every couple days. 2 jelly cycles between her having unlimited cactus fruits, and you can do it, and I really want to do it. I feel that this is actually one of the very, very profitable ventures, turning cactus fruit into cactus fruit jelly. You can make it into wine, but why waste 7 days when you can waste 2.5 days twice, even more so, you know? So I'm gonna do it, but I need all the wood, because I already have like 6 stacks of stone, but I don't have much wood, so I'm just cutting all these trees to get like 1 more stack of wood. Because you need 30 wood or whatever, and coal, and what else do you need to build those casks? You fortunately don't need any of the artisan goods, like pine tar or oak resin. You don't need that crap to make these pickling jars for jelly, which is good, because otherwise it would be really impossible to do all that, you know? So that's my plan for spring. Maybe I'll get 4 sheds built. But you're like, why sheds? Just build barns. I know, but it's roleplay. It's totally roleplay. And I want to know how many I can possibly build. I got to get some wood. But you can always buy wood from Robin. And wood is cheap. It's a coin a piece. So I should have the money. Although, again, here's some fruits. Here's some forageables. Craft it all into seeds. Swap it around. It's not the 20th yet. Just convert everything into seeds again. The payout is at the end of the month. Don't craft any more seeds after the 20th, okay? So when it's 20th and you harvest, okay, 20th is the cutoff date. Don't do it after the 20th. Don't do it the 21st. That's the cutoff date. Craft all your seeds the 20th and no later. And that's what I'm going to do. Because you can make a lot of seeds, you know. It just turns into a lot. And I don't care. I give no shits about the Festival of Ice. None. There's no recipes you can get there. There's no crops you can get there. There's nothing you can buy there. The only thing you get is money. I think like 2,000, and I don't need it. And the festivals don't improve your relationships with the town at all. Talking to them doesn't count. Whatever, you know. So yay. So I'm just skipping the festival, checking the greenhouse, and going off looking for forageables and artifact locations. But on every festival day, it's always a shitty luck day to encourage you to take part in the festival, because they don't really, you realize that your luck's going to be crap. So, you know, you can waste a day and not feel bad about wasting the day. But for me, I got shit to do. All right, I got stuff I need to take care of. I need to cut down all these goddamn trees, forage, maybe chop down some things. There's some amethyst, don't really give a fuck about. There's some iron. This quarry is worthless. The quarry really needs to spawn more stone each day. And I have no idea why I left those trees there. I could have just cut them down. Me talking about me needing wood, and I just didn't grab them because whatever. Because reasons, you know. And these people aren't even taking part in the festival. They only take part in the festival if you go to the festival. Otherwise, there's some people in town, but everything else is closed. All the businesses are closed. Also to encourage you to take part in the festival. But I just don't want to do it. I don't need to. And yeah, this is the first year, so I probably should have. But, again, I don't think I missed anything. The Christmas festival I'll probably take part in. There's a crystal fruit. That's my limiting factor. Going to make more seeds out of that. So, yeah, got 3 crystal fruit. So, yeah, I can make 30 seeds out of all that. And there you have it. 30 seeds. Gonna plant 30 seeds. Because reasons, you know. You just gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? And there's more spaces here than I need, like 4 more spaces. Yeah, 2 more spaces. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm tempted to sell those slime balls. But I'm not actually in the mines harvesting slimes. You can buy 500 slime pieces from Krobus every week. And if it makes a green slime egg, you come out even. But if it makes a blue or a purple one, you make money. So it's worth buying his slime and then harvesting your own slime by killing slimes. Because you're always going to come out ahead or break even. So there's no reason not to. You know, throw them in, make an egg, and see what you get. It's just one more thing to do. Buy his 50 slime, okay? Buy his 50 slime for $500. Because the worst that can happen is you break even. Okay? So there's a tip for you. Buy Krobus' slime. Once you get the egg press to make an egg out of slime pieces. Because then you can sell it. You know. And maybe it makes a blue one. If it doesn't, you break even. If it does, you come out ahead. So what's there to lose? Nothing to lose. A tiny bit of money for a day and a half until you make the egg. And then you get it back, so what's your problem? You know? As long as you have 50 slime in the books, you can make the egg every day. You can make 1 egg a day. So, not a problem, right? And here it is. He has things to buy. You might as well buy the Omni Geode on Tuesdays. No reason not to. It's cheap. Sandy sells them for 1,000. He sells them for a couple hundred. You might as well buy it. Wait for a good luck day and crack it open. You know. There's a crocus, you know. But crystal fruit is my limiting factor. It always is. I always get the other foraging items pretty easy. But here, you know, crocus holly. Holly's not even used. It's winter root, snow yam, crocus, and crystal fruit. Holly's not used in the seeds, and it should be. Fuck crystal fruit. It should be holly. Because crystal fruit is just hard to get, you know. Doesn't spawn as much. Anyway, mixed seeds. Yay. I like mixed seeds. Mixed seeds are my friend the first year to get artichokes in fall. But they're not my friend any other time because you don't need them. But you can do a fun mixed seeds project. So year 2, I'm planning on doing a cactus jelly farm. And maybe year 3, I'll do a maple bar farm, which you can make maple bars profitable. You know, they actually can be profitable. You grow the beets for the sugar, you grow the wheat for the flour, and you tap 500 trees. You can do it, but it doesn't bring you that much money. But it's still fun to do. Okay, it does bring you good money, but not that much money. Considering you could make more money probably with sheep's wool every day if you have the shepherd's profession, you know. Or my method of cactus jelly, which you can make every 2.5 days. So every 5 days you can have 2 harvests of however many you give a fuck about, you know. And that's what I want to do. I really want to see how many I can possibly brew. Here it is, an artifact. And I don't care about the animal products, but I think I'm going to grab as many animal products as I can during winter before I sell them. And there's actually some forageables up there I need to do. Don't worry, I'll get to them. I'm just foraging right now. Looking for artifacts. Here's a winter root. There's a snow yam. You know, there's some clay. You only need clay for like 3 things. Of course, with the update, you can make the pots that you can plant anything in. You know, they take clay. So keep your clay for that. I haven't updated yet because I don't want to opt into the beta. I want to wait till it's out of beta for multiplayer. But if any of you are interested in playing with me multiplayer, sure, I will do that as soon as it's out of beta. Let's see. Nothing I want to buy today. He does sell battery packs if you need one, you know, once a week. And there you go. More mixed seeds. There's an urchin. There's some coral. You have to have that for deluxe speed grow, but you can just buy it once a week from Sandy if you need it. Ancient doll, throwing it away. Don't give a fuck about it. Because I don't need the artifact anymore. I only need 1 artifact. 1 artifact. There's a really good chance I won't get it. So, this is the do everything you can year one, and everything I can possibly do year one, I've basically done. The only thing left is the one achievement, museum, and that is absolutely 100% RNG. If you get the museum done year one, great, more power to you. And I'm really hoping I get it done. I just need the pelvic bone. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. It'll make me sad, but I just won't get it. That's the last artifact I need. And there we go. There's some things to harvest. Might as well reseed and replant. There's 40 seeds right there. But I can make more seeds because I have more winter roots and yams, and they gave me more crystal fruit this time around in this harvest. So check it out. I've got 70 seeds. 70! That's fucking amazing! I will absolutely take one of my iridium sprinklers out of my chest in order to plant more of these. Which I have. Which I've crafted. Which I'll take out. Which I'll plop down. You know? Which I'll do very happily. Right here, right now. For you. Because I have no problem with this. This is great. There you go. Use my iridium can. Water everything. And then plant everything. 70 seeds is freaking amazing. And again, it's nowhere near the 21st, so I've got plenty of time to flip these around and get as much as I possibly can out of it. I love it. I love winter. You can make winter crops really profitable. Again, you can only sell them after, after the 21st, but that's still fine. That's still perfectly fine. That's a perfectly valid option for you. And you might as well keep flipping them until the 20th, And here I'm just hoping to get more winter products. There's a crocus, and I'll put it in the chest until I need it, until I get more crystal. And here, the reason I went in the mines is hopefully I can get a crystal fruit. Spoiler alert, I don't get any crystal fruits. However, I do get some things out of the deal, I get some ore, I get some products, I get a couple of frozen tears, some geodes. I do get things out of this, and I kill more of those fluff balls. And that reminds me, I have to kill more fluff balls by the end of the month. Because if I don't, I'm not going to get the Complete the Adventurers Guild. So I have to make sure I keep that in mind. Killing those fluff balls. I think I still need to kill like 200 of them. So I have to make sure I kill more of those. Which is really what I'm looking for. Sorry for the cough. And I get more refined quartz out of those crystals than I've ever gotten in one die. I think I got 3 of them. Normally I only get 0. So before, like a few runs ago, I only ever got 1 refined quartz out of that, killing those crystal pieces. But now I seem to be getting them every 10th dive, which is a lot more than I used to. There's some things. Don't need refined quartz right now. Got a coffee bean. Don't care about it. But getting a coffee bean is a rare drop. And if you can get a coffee bean early, plant it early. Because you can plant it in spring and summer. And